at VMworld 2019 in San Francisco, and we're visiting with NAKIVO. Can you tell me a little bit about the company and what you're showing here at VMworld?
Yes, of course. So NAKIVO is a data protection software, NAKIVO Backup and Replication, and our software can back up VMware, Hyper-V, Nutanix, AWS, and physical servers. So we are truly all-in-one backup solution.
And I understand you work with VMware, or else you wouldn't be here at the show.
Right.
Can you tell me a little bit about that relationship with VMware and how you fit into the ecosystem?
Of course. So the majority of our customers are VMware because we started many years ago to support VMware as our first hypervisor. And I can tell you that we help VMware clients to solve many data protection issues. We help them to achieve fast, reliable, and inexpensive data protection. Our software has all-in-one capability, so it can do backup, it can do replication, it can do archiving, also site recovery. So really the customers that run VMware can have a variety of options how they want to protect their data.
And we've been asking some of the people here at VMworld, you know, if you had a crystal ball and you could see the future, where do you think the future is going over the next 6 to 12 months in site recovery and backup?
Okay. Well, we're always adding major features to the software almost every quarter. Like we added site recovery, we added support for physical servers. I would say that in the next 12 months, we're going to add the vCloud Director support. We're going to support Office 365, as well as many other enhancements of the features we already have here.
And is there something here at the booth that we could take a look at, maybe a demo?
Sure.
So what are you going to show us?
Well, I'm going to show you a quick demo of NAKIVO Backup and Replication and how to create backup and replication jobs in the NAKIVO UI.
Great.
All right, so one of the things NAKIVO helps to solve is the ease of use. Many customers nowadays, they complain that their backup software is too difficult to use. Well, this is not the case about NAKIVO. It's very easy to create a backup job with our software. I have to click Create, select VMware vSphere Backup Job, and it takes me right in. So on the first step, I have to specify virtual machines that I want to protect. And we can just pick one VM for the matter of this demo. Next, on step number 2, I can specify the backup repository. And NAKIVO is really repository agnostic, so you can back up to any type of hardware that you have. Next, we have a very flexible and robust scheduler. You can run your backups daily or weekly. You can also go monthly, yearly, or every 30 minutes, every several hours, or every several days. You can add multiple schedulers for the same backup job. Why we need this? Because many customers nowadays prefer to back up the same VM at different times on different days. So on day 1, it can be backed up on Monday, and then on day 2, it can be backed up only on schedule 2, it can be backed up on Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and so on. So you can really make it flexible and applicable to your use case. On the retention, we can specify how many recovery points we're looking to keep. And this can be 1,000 recovery points here, plus we have the GFS retention, grandfather, father-son retention, so you can keep recovery points on daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. And finally, the very last step here is some advanced options, like give the job a name, so we can just call it VMworld. We can enable the application aware mode if you're looking to back up live applications, and we can enable CBT for the change block tracking as well as the encryption and compression here. So after going through this short setup, we have a backup job ready. I click Finish, and here is my VMworld backup job right here. So the software is very easy to use, and I can also create a site recovery job. So I go to Create, and I choose Site Recovery. Site recovery allows me to build workflows that NAKIVO will fulfill if you have a disaster. So for example, let's build a simple workflow of recovering from a disaster. So the first step would be to do a failover. And we have to specify the VMs to which we will fail over. At the point of the failover, NAKIVO will power off the source VMs because we don't need them anymore. Step number 2 can be anything like running a script. You can send an email to your organization telling that site recovery is in process right now. You can also wait, and let's wait for, let's say, 12 hours. Save. And step number 3, we'll do a failback. So after the source VMs have been restored, we need to replicate all the data back to the source site. And we specify the failback location, which would be the original site in this case. Next, save. So this is a very simple, just for the matter of this example, workflow of site recovery. It can be much more complicated. I go next. We can enable the network mapping as well as the re-IP and the schedule. It's pretty much the same as for the backup. Finally, on step number 5 of Site Recovery Job Wizard, you can indicate the recovery time objective that you would like to achieve with this site recovery job. Finish. And we have just built the site recovery job right here. So as you can see, the UI is very intuitive, it's super easy to use.
And where can our viewers go if they want to find out more information about NAKIVO?
You're welcome to go to nakivo.com. We have free trials. We have customer success stories there that you can read, and all the information can be found on the website.
Great. Well, thanks for taking the time to speak with VMblog.
Thank you so much.